So guys, just recently we got some new information about Atlanthian City Part 2. This is sort of the #1 most wanted thing from the community right now, just more information about this update. So it's pretty nice that we got this, so I kind of want to show those off and what we should be expecting with this new information about Part 2. So if you guys are excited, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into it. So yeah, as you can see from this new tweet, we're going to be going to a new place called the Aranatta Trench. This is pretty much going to be like the underwater route, I believe. Like this could be whatever Route 10 is, because I guess they just give names to the routes now, because Route 9 was Lotus and Beach. But we have a couple screenshots. As you can see for this, there's a pretty long bridge, so it kind of tells me that we're actually gonna be like walking underwater. I kind of just thought we'd be like swimming the whole time, but we can actually like walk on the surface of the water, as you can see. And then this screenshot is another place in the Aranatta Trench that we can go across. This is gonna be a very big area from what I'm seeing. And then another screenshot of like a hole in the cracks and places you can walk across. And there's actually this new Loomian, and this is actually very interesting to me, not because of a new Loomian, which I mean that is exciting, but what this is telling me is that we're actually going to be seeing Loomians outside from the encounter. So there's going to be like some straight up sword and shield type crap where you can see Loomians in the random encounters, but you can also see some from the overworld. Also like how Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were like in the Pokemon games. We've never actually seen overworld encounters in Loomian Legacy, I guess, besides the soft resettable ones, but those don't really count. But that's what I find the most interesting out of this, that we'll actually be seeing overworld encounter. I wonder if they'll show up as Gleaming and Gamma before we encounter them. Because I know in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you could see if Pokemon were shiny before you encountered, but in Sword and Shield you couldn't. So I wonder if in this game you'll be able to like see them as Gleam and Gamma before you encounter them. I'd assume hopefully, but also with soft resettables you don't see if they're gleaming before you encounter them. So you might have to go into the encounter to check if they're Gamma. I'm not too sure. But I would love to hope that going in this grass would also give you random encounters, but we're not completely sure. We just know there's going to be overworld encounters. Something I'm wondering is if we'll only be walking around the underwater, or if you can actually be able to like swim around as well. Like will we be able to swim and walk or just walk? 'Cause I think it'd be kind of cool to like be swimming all around here, but you know, seeing this like a dark abyss down here, these black areas in Loomian Legacy usually mean you can't go down there, so we might not actually be swimming. But I could be wrong. We could potentially also be able to swim, but from the looks of it, it looks like we'll just be like walking around. And assumably this is also where we're going to be seeing Polypi and Somata. They'll just be underwater, which will be super cool. This is definitely gonna be one of the biggest areas in Loomian Legacy. Just seeing these screenshots alone, this is much bigger than Atlanthian City, because these are all like completely different areas, which is super insane. This honestly gives me like old Roblox Egg Hunt 2017, 2018 vibe. That's just the vibes I'm getting from seeing the builds. So yo, whoever is building this, good job, bro. Like, they're definitely some of the best things I've seen yet in this game. But yeah, that's sort of all we can get from the screenshot alone. But if we read more in the tweet, it'll say we can battle new foes and make new friends along the way. This can be kind of interesting. I can sort of assume that there's going to be trainers underwater, like maybe scuba divers or other random trainers that potentially have the Lumi app that lets us go underwater. Like maybe all the trainers going to be seeing have also completed the Atlanthean Theater, if that makes sense. So they could all be strong trainers. And making new friends along the way could mean we could potentially see like a new rival or something, like along the lines of like Jake and Mabel and stuff. Maybe we could see Tess from Pokemon Brick Bronze return to the game. I know a lot of people have assumed we're going to be seeing Tess in Part 2. That could happen, but these screenshots don't really confirm or deny that. Something that would be cool if we could see like a new Vari evolution that could evolve into a water type Vari if we are underwater. If you guys don't know, I've made a completely separate video on what we could be seeing in Part 2, and all the takes in that video still hold up today. So if you guys do want to go check out that video, I'll leave it in the eye in the top right corner. But yeah, expect a lot of new Loomians in the Aranatta Trench, since we didn't see a whole lot of new Loomians in Atlanthean Part 1, so I'm going to assume we're going to be seeing a lot in Part 2, since we've seen 2 before, Polypi and Somata, and also this new underwater seahorse snake thing. And possibly we could see Moldeka in Part 2, since we are going underwater, but I don't know, we might not see Moldeka in a long time. That could just be something we get way down in the road, similar to Starla. But that's definitely something to think about. We could be seeing Moldeka as a roamer in Part 2. I'm not really sure if we will be seeing any new roamer in Part 2, since we got a new roamer in Part 1 with Elephase, so I don't know how much new roamers they're gonna add in each update, but it would be cool. Something that could happen is that in each different area we could see different Loomians. Like maybe we can come down here, like in this like little like swamp looking area, and see different Loomians. Like in this grass, you can see different Loomians, and in this grass, you can see different Loomians. Like, they could all be considered like different routes per se. I'm not too sure, but please let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the screenshot and what we should be expecting that I might have missed in the screenshot, in the tweet. Because I personally think it's very interesting and it leaves a lot of debate. So please let me know in the comment section what we should be expecting from this. But yeah, guys, that's about it to this video. That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna end it off here. So until next time, goodbye.